This is Always Talking with Adesuwa Lato. We are glad to come your way again with our series Always Talking with Adesuwa Lato. Today I have with me our guest who has been with us on the show, Osase Omoige George. Osase Omoige George, good to have you here today. You're welcome. We also have a very special guest on the show today, a comedian, a content creator, Pastor Linus. I almost added Umba.
You're welcome.
Nice to have you on the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us. Today we're looking at a very critical topic which has been on the lips of practically everybody, on the streets. Some call it Hakimi'S theory, and a lot of circumstances surrounding that particular matter. Today we want to look at the popular footballer, a former Real Madrid player, who happens to be in a situation, where his wife is requesting for a divorce. And then it happens that report has it that Hakimi'S wealth, his salary over $251 million, worth of salary and all that. So what net is over $41 million and all of that. About 80% of this amount is being controlled by his biological mother. And all of this came out when the wife asked for a divorce. So today I want to hear from Osase and Pastor Linus their thoughts on this particular issue. So I'm going to start with Pastor Linus on this issue. So I would like you to tell us, how do you see this development where a man actually gives his wealth, like over 80% of his wealth, to his biological mother? Let's not even look at it from the divorce angle now, about the man's wealth being given to the mother or being controlled by the mother.
The thing is, having your mom's name on your wealth doesn't mean she's the owner of it. You own it, you understand, but the name differs, you understand. And when you need anything, you just use her name to acquire those things. And in this case, I am fully in support of what he did, because even before he got to this limelight that he's enjoying right now, the mother was actually there for him. Forget about the breastfeed you, I give birth to you.
Give birth to you and all
now
that.
The sacrifice that was made, like he said in one of his interviews, the mother the other siblings had to sacrifice their own to make sure he's being trained to achieving what he's achieving right now. And again, he's a very young guy. He's 24 years old now.
Okay.
And having your mother, sometimes, when you come out from football academy like this, and you are still very young, they want your parents to be the one that will be receiving your salary. And I think it just followed that suit, like, okay, since my mother has been the one doing it, let it just be like that.
Okay.
You understand? And this whole thing now happened like this.
Okay.
So I don't say anything.
Okay, you're actually in support of the fact that...
It's something not really weird or something. Okay. It's good.
Okay. So are you advising young men to toe in this line, or is this particular to him? Like, is it peculiar to his person?
Okay, like you said, young men, I believe people of his age or younger should at least have people that will control their weight, because money the shark person, there's a way you control. You cannot control a certain amount of money. Okay. You understand? Even the 20% that is going to his account. If I tell you what that guy is doing with it, you won't believe, because even that 20% is still very big. You understand? And sometimes it's good for parents to at least, or guardians or somebody, or the elder wants to be the one controlling that.
Okay, at this point, I would now want to ask you.
Okay.
He wasn't married as at that time. Yeah. At some point, he got married.
Yeah.
So, having been married, what role is the wife to play then?
Concerning the...
Yes, his wealth.
Will you, as in, like, what's your idea about this? That, like, he should as in, stop it being given to his mom and
mom.
then take it to his wife. It's really not something that we'll be debating on, because you know why?
Okay.
That suit has already been like,
Okay.
they have started giving it to the mom.
Okay.
I believe anything the wife needs is there to like to foot the bills and all that. So there'll be no need for us.
But he footed these bills with the mother.
Yeah.
The mother was in possession of all of his wealth, like almost
80%
all of 80% of his wealth. So the woman got to know. Now, at first when we started, we said we should leave aside the divorce. Now let's bring in the issue proper, which is the divorce. We'll come to Sase, we'll also hear his own view on this. But I want to be through with you on it, based on what you have pointed out. The wife now, the mother possesses all of
80% of this.
most of it. Okay, so now the wife, in the process of the divorce, she got to know that the most of the purchases, all of the things that they buy and all of the things that they have, you know, actually belongs to the mother. So what would you have thought that?
Okay, if
how
I be, sorry for cutting you, please. If I'm very sincere to you, on normal ground, I would say it's not fair.
Okay.
But this particular Hakimi'S issue now, I'm very, very pleased with it. Why? Because now, before now, nobody heard about these people. There was never a time that they came out with, on the news talking about maybe I needed something for my children and it wasn't there for them and stuff like that. All of a sudden, she said she wants a divorce and she insists half of his income, or rather his wealth.
80% of
no,
his
half of his. She insists that the court grant her half of his wealth. I don't think that's necessary, because someone that you have been with from 2018 and then you married in 2020, and all of a sudden you just come out to say you don't want the marriage anymore, and you are demanding half of his salary. Okay,
but something must have led to that.
Yes,
but we'll pause you there. No, we'll pause you there. Osase, we want to ask you now.
At this point, let me sit my drink.
Of course, you can go ahead with that. Okay, so what's your own idea, your perception of this whole stuff, the story?
I think I'll take it from the top. Continue from what he said.
Okay.
Now, asking if I'm in support, I won't say in support of him giving his mother his money. I won't say yes or no, but I think it's a function of individuality.
Absolutely.
You decide what you want.
Okay.
But the part where I'll come in is when you decide to take another man's daughter and put her in your house as your wife, that decision becomes the decision of both parties, not one. You no longer reserve the right to take that decision alone. That's the truth.
Okay.
The wife should be carried along. Now, from his perspective, the woman just came out of the blue and said, is it Bloom or what? And said, I want to divorce this guy, this, that. Now, someone else will come with this perspective and say, okay, imagine a man that is married for 2-3 years, that keeps his wealth with his mother. Is it possible that man listens to his wife?
Without the wife's knowledge.
Without the wife's knowledge. Now, because she wasn't aware, meaning that she could give reasons for divorce to be emotional deficiencies that she has gotten in the house. Which brings me to the point that what we know and what we've seen is based on the fact of what we've heard from the media. Is the media, Hakimi and his wife
report making the rounds.
Is the report making the rounds, exactly. They've not come for us to get the exact happenings of this is how they've lived for the past 2 years. He said he got married 2018. We've never heard what if she's been overbearing, or she's been bearing the issue from the onset. You never can tell. What I'm saying is, I am neither in support or against it. But what I'm saying is, we need to learn to understand that these issues are particular to people. Now, what works for you might not work for me.
What works for
what works for me might not work. And also, we need to understand that when we get informations like this, there is always an underlying story that is not out there for us to hear or see.
That's true.
Now, the challenge I have with this whole issue, it's not Hakimi, his wife, and all that. It's how Nigerians, particularly, have taken this issue. Now, you see people coming out to say things like, my wife is not my blood.
Yes.
If my wife is pregnant, I'm going to save. And that's the dumbest thing I think I've ever heard in a long while.
And all of that.
I said something to someone. I said, don't treat your blessing as a curse because someone else's curse, because of someone else's curse. God has blessed you with a wife. You want to treat her like a curse because someone else married a bad woman.
Okay.
Is the dumbest decision you would ever make. You need to understand that your situation is peculiar to you. And there is no almighty formula to this thing. Even almighty formula does not solve all equations in mathematics.
Yeah.
There is no almighty formula. So my challenge is the perception that Nigeria, it's so easy for Nigerians to discuss other people's issues and then form a theory from it. And funny enough, they will live by this theory, thereby ruining their lives. Okay. That's right. my own
right.
point of.
Pastor Linus, you want
I want
to
to
say
say
something?
something.
Okay.
You see, in the midst of everything that we've been saying now, what is love? If love comes with a lot of commitment. You understand? If you love, you forgive. Love is forgiveness. To me, you understand? If I say I love you, for instance, you're my wife, I should be able to forgive you at some point. Now, I just hear from nowhere that you did something, and because of that particular thing, I'll be asking for divorce. That love really did.
Now, are you aware that humans have thresholds? There is so much people can take. Now, the fact that I love you doesn't give you the right to keep trampling upon. I'm coming. To keep trampling upon my. I'm trying to pick the right words for it, or hitting me in a particular spot that's painful. Yes, even a goat. When you push a goat to the wall and you see there's no escape, it's going to turn back. Yes. Now, I'm not saying that the Hakimi did something wrong to the wife, or that the wife did this. No, if you look at it from what we've been given so far, the face value of it, that she went to court and demanded for the wealth of this guy and all that, it's probably clear that all she wanted was that.
The money.
Which is even normal as part of the divorce process.
No, wait.
They say she actually asked for it.
Yes, I'm not saying it's not normal. Okay. These things, when you seek for divorce, both parties will sign, like,
definitely.
When they reach that agreement, then they will come to the agreement like, okay, now, this house you are staying is meant for your wife. Your 50% of your income to be given child support and all that.
And all of that.
That one is coming from the judge. Not you going there to tell them this is what I want. She actually.
If I may come in here, she has the rights.
Okay.
Whether a woman or Muslim women have the rights to ask for. To request for child support.
No, that's what I'm saying.
The issue is not even about the right she has now. I think the issue, what people are saying was the fact that she demanded for it already means that
that's her aim.
That makes her like a gold digger. That's what they call her. Okay.
Let me tell you something. Hakimi earns $1 million every month.
Yes.
And this woman.
And it has a net worth of
$2 million. Let's say $2.5 million. Our life net worth.
That's the lady.
That's the boy's 2 to 3 months salary. Okay. You understand? So person like that, she already know what she wants. See, these Westerners, they have their own mindset different from us. You understand? The way we think, or the way we behave, like you said earlier today about our tradition and our morals and everything. You see these people. Now she's 6 years old. Got married to somebody that she's 12 years older than. You understand? I know. Okay, if it's truly love,
age does
why should not because of that love
maturity.
Now say okay, let me just forgive, because love comes with forgiveness. See, if you say I love you as a brother, as a friend, there's a way I will hurt you, and you like because of something. There must be something that you be forgiving me for. You don't listen. Since 2020. There was never a time that the net or media carried anything that you understand, that would jeopardize any kind of relationship they had. All of a sudden, 2023 February, something happened.
And you think it's because of the money?
That's what she said. She said she's divorcing him because of what happened.
See where I think we are at loggerheads.
Okay.
You think that it's because of that reason.
That's what she said now.
That's what we are told.
No, that's what she said it now. She as in with her words.
No, see that's what I'm saying. Okay. It was written. Yeah. I always tell people not everything that is written is the correct. We've not, even if it is written, sometimes some people just want to conceal the main reason they do this. Now all I'm saying is this.
Your own point.
Hakimi's issue is not my problem. He did something, and at the end of the whole day, as we are seeing it, it has saved him his wealth. No problem. What I'm saying
he managed to save his mom.
What I'm saying is
with his mom.
How that has affected the mentality and the psyche of Nigerians. See, Hakimi'S problem is Hakimi'S problem. To be frank, I said with you, it is his issue.
Okay, but you know the woman, she earns too.
Agreed. See, if he's going to get this in the legal proceedings, probably he's going to get from the woman's wealth now that she's the one earning and all that. If he's also not a gold digger, he will reject that offer.
No, he will always reject it because that one has changed.
Let's wait till we get the exact story.
Okay, yeah.
So let's wait till we get the exact story.
Okay.
Now, what I'm bothered about is this mentality. I don't see what's going on there.
Sir, please, can I say something? It's not like me, I'm being as I'm optimistic, but this particular issue now, the reason why me personally
you
I just want to say this guy is because it's not like me, I'm happy that you want to treat your wife bad. There was never a time that the media comes or she comes out to say this guy doesn't take care of the family, like there's one popular actress in Nigeria, I don't want to call names. At some point she comes out to say the father of her child doesn't, you understand that kind of a thing. There was never a time like that. I have to tell you that even the 20% that he controls, they use it well. That's about $200,000. Oh, but you get $200,000 for $1,000. You understand? Okay, now
I get your point.
See, I understand,
they use it well,
I understand Nigerians are taking this too far and all that. But again, a whole lot of family, or rather a whole lot of men has had the shock of their life when they discover after some years that their child, they actually took as their child after DNA. Aren't their child?
See, if we go into that.
No,
okay, so we'll be digressing.
If we go into not the manner of digressing. If we go into that, we won't live here. Okay. Now, see, there is also something that is rampant.
Okay.
That we do. Let me just.
Okay, so what's that?
And it's the fact that we do DNA tests for men. We don't do for the women. Are you also aware that it has become a norm for hospitals to exchange children?
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely.
So now when you
no,
they
do
do
that.
Why not also do? No, but what we see in the media space is women. See,
all women.
There will always be bad men. There will always be bad women. There will always be good men.
Of course.
And there will always be good women. The bottom line is don't treat your blessing as a curse.
Course.
That is the one. The number two is we need to correct the mentality of these people spreading for. How can you come to tell me my wife is not my blood? Okay, it is your son that is coming.
No,
the son that is your blood. The mom, because the mom is your blood, you give her all.
Everybody have their own.
See, the problem is that that stroke is not supposed to be a stroke for any folk.
Yes, different. That's why it's different.
Exactly.
It's not your own kind of perspective or what you want to do. What I want to say is this, sir. Listen, I married this person. I want us to live forever. Well, is there any need for divorce? That's my problem. Because if there's no if she had not come to seek for divorce, probably maybe she forgives him. They will still live normally. The children will still enjoy their rights and everything. And nobody go over here and say things like that happened. You understand? The family will still go.
Nobody
about that. The truth of the matter is, considering the times we are in, and the society we live in, and the kind of people that we've groomed over time, I'm sorry to say that we have monsters that are covered in sheep clothing. You won't force someone to stay in an abusive or a crazy relationship because of love. A lot of people have died because of love. The popular one, I think we discussed it one time, was Osinachi. And all that. See, a lot of people have died in the name.
And you would not expect them to
and you don't expect them to remain there.
No.
So,
see, in that case, sir, me, I'm able to snatch a case. Me, I'm not in support of toxic relationship. I'm not 100%.
But most divorces.
But do you know if
I know, but this our point of view now is this Hakimi'S stories.
Yes.
And this story now, there's nothing like abuse. There's nothing like toxic.
But you wouldn't know. Maybe it was happening and then she didn't just want to stay. Bottom line is,
you're married. When you get married, it becomes a two-person's affair. It's not just one person.
Not just one person.
So the fact that she wasn't even aware of this from the onset.
Absolutely, that's not debatable. That's wrong.
It goes to tell me that
it's
he keeps secrets even in his marriage.
Kept secret.
That's what it tells me. So it's a big turn off for me.
So
that
part of the truth, that one is wrong.
So which part you're not in support of the fact that she's a gold digger?
Yes, because you know, something just happened. Fame Barry now.
Okay.
Mark, you said you don't want anymore.
You can't conclude like that. Thank you so much. It's been an exciting time. I believe that with the different ideas, the different sides to this story, we've been able to make our point and respect that you judge for yourselves. All right, thank you so much, Osasere Moege. Thank you so much, Pastor Linus Umba.
I want to say this. He said, Eve won Adam. While I won Samson. The only man that has won is slave queen.
We are still complaining.
We are still complaining. Would that still win? Would that still win?
No, win.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It was nice having you guys on set today. I want to give credit to 130 Degrees for accommodating us. Thank you so much. We'll be looking forward to the next episode on this Who's Talking with Adesowa Lato. Bye for now.